Hey folks, it's Ryan, and welcome to Not a Real Programmer, Episode 1. This is going to be a video series about building an application that I've been meaning to work on for about a year. Simply put, it is going to be a game server rental company, and I'm going to write everything from scratch, basically. So let's see a little bit about myself. I'm a systems engineer by trade. I deal with large volumes of data across the globe in distributed systems. And for years, I've been a hobbyist programmer, not doing anything serious. I have like a few toy apps on my GitHub repository and a bunch of unfinished apps. Basically, we're going to start this project, by writing a user authentication service. It's a very simple service. It just needs to keep track of signups and users and their subscription status. I'm going to be using Postgres and Fast API. I'm also going to be using Visual Studio Code Server because, as you can see, I for the most part, I'm a Windows user, only because I'm a gamer and Linux gaming is still not as great as it could be. For serious work, I do still use Linux, but for things like this, with the availability of the tools, it's just always easier to use Windows. However, I prefer to work in the Linux environment. Therefore, I have Visual Studio Code running on a server in my lab, and that's where we're going to be writing all our code. So how's this service supposed to work? We're going to start by allowing users to sign up, and obviously they're going to be able to log in, and they will also be able to delete their accounts. At some point, I'm probably going to implement a user update service where they can edit their information. But for now, I'm just going to keep it simple. So let's take a look at the high level of what this application is going to look like. It is pretty big. Lots of services that need to be written, but we're going to start on this end right here. And for that, we have this little flow chart. We're gonna do a sign up. If we're gonna check the database if the user exists. If the user exists, we're just gonna redirect them to the sign up page. If they don't exist, we're going to validate the data on the form, and we're going to validate their email address via an email notification, which means I have to write a notification service. And when that's all complete, we are going to store them in the user database. For sign-in, it's pretty simple. They will provide their credentials, and we're going to check if the user exists. If they don't exist, we're just going to redirect them to the sign-up page. If they do exist, we're going to let them in. And the delete's pretty simple. You sign in, and we're just going to process the form and just give them the option to delete their account, and then we are going to send them a notification saying that their account's been deleted. And finally, this is kind of the high level of the database design. It's just single table, no relations, nothing too crazy. I just realized I am missing one field here, which is going to be validated. And that's just going to be a small int, I guess. So Visio is trying to use Oracle, which doesn't seem to support things like Booleans, or if they do, it's probably, I'm guessing, The small int is their version of that, but I'm going to be using Postgres. This info here is this little table that I drew here in Visio is just for visual representation. And with that, we're going to end this first video. This is just meant to be an introduction, and I'll see you in the next one.